Welcome back to Southwest Yard and Garden. I'm Curtis Smith. Today we're back in Lee County visiting with the Lee County Extension Service Master Gardeners, and Jenny Stevens has come to us with one of her miniature roses. We're going to talk about pruning miniature roses. Jenny, have you ever pruned a miniature rose?
No, Curtis, I never have.
So we're going to learn how to do this as we go, aren't we?
That's why I brought it.
Okay, let's look at some of the principles. It's going to be a lot like pruning any rose.
Okay.
And so use the same principles. Henry's listening in too, isn't he?
Yes.
That's good. Maybe get Henry to come do your rose pruning.
I don't think so.
Okay. Rooster wouldn't be very good at that.
I don't think so.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this, and we find some dead branches in here. Here's one that is dead and just loose, so we can just go ahead and take it out.
Okay.
And just put it in the trash collection there.
All right.
We've got some other dead branches, and what we'll do is go ahead and clean them out. That just gets things out of the way, a dead branch over here and there.
Okay.
So go ahead and prune some of those out.
This one right here to where it's dead?
To where it's dead. Not, well, all I do is cut just the dead portion, not the living portion that's attached to it.
Right there.
We're probably going to cut more of it later. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And so we're just going to open this up. Here's a dead one coming off. We just cut it right there where it connects.
Watch your finger.
I do want to keep my finger.
Yes.
And there are others in here. We're like this one right here.
Dead one right here.
You know, those dead ones, the spines on them, not the spines, the prickles will break off a lot easier than others. And so it's good to get them out of the way anyway.
Okay.
And so we just clean it up, and I see a lot of leaves in the bottom here.
Yes.
We probably want to clean that out so we can see the crown of the plant.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a good mulch. We might want to put it back at some point.
We can save it and put it back.
And so you can save it if you want to use it to help hold moisture. We've got this to put it in.
All right.
You know, this is something you might want to wear gloves to do.
I think so.
But the tight quarters make it so a glove would also get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
But what we want to try to do is get it opened enough that we can see the base of the plant so we can make our decisions about how to prune. We're getting close here. We don't have to get every leaf out.
Okay.
But we want to see the bottom.
Okay.
So we can see what's healthy coming off, what's not. Here's one that is old and scaly, beginning to get woody, and we can remove it.
We take it back all the way to the crown?
Yes.
Okay.
And so encourage new branches to come from the crown area.
All right.
We've got a lot coming from the crown area, so we can afford to remove some.
Okay.
And so we can do that, and there'll be others we'll do as we get further into this. But as we look at the tall material, any rose, what you're going to do is you're going to bring it down in size. So what we want to do is cut it down, remembering that if we cut it to a bud that's facing this way, it's going to grow this way.
Exactly.
If it's facing toward the inside of the plant, it's going to grow into the inside of the plant. So we want to prune this, so we're encouraging the growth outward.
Okay.
And so let's see what we're doing here.
Are we going to take it down about a third?
Take it down a third or maybe even half.
Okay. So where should we start here?
Let's see. Here, the inside ones, anything growing to the inside needs to be removed anyway.
All right.
So we just open up the inside of the rose plant so that light can get in there, air can circulate, and it'll just be a lot healthier.
What do you think, this big one right here too?
Let's hang on to it for right now.
All right.
We've got this little branch coming back through here. We can take it off.
We're going to get rid of that one. Okay.
And let's see, what have we got? Now it's pretty easy to see this over here, so if we remove this, prune this one back to what we want. We might want to look for some buds growing outward and prune back to outgrowing buds. Maybe this one right there.
You want me to go ahead and cut it right to here?
Yeah, prune about a 1/4 inch above that bud.
Okay.
You see the bud right here that we're going to?
Oh, that bud. Okay. I got you now. There.
Okay. And then with this one here, there's several. It's got a dead piece on the top. We're going to cut this all off. See if we can find a bud growing to the outside away from the others.
How about that one right there?
We can do that.
Okay. You want me to take it off right to that?
Right there.
Right portion? Okay.
And then we'll just continue doing this all the way around the plant.
All the way around the plant.
Cutting to a bud growing in the direction you want it to grow in. And we need to look at this side of the plant now too. What do we need to do over here? You've got a lot. It's kind of a tangled mess.
Right.
I see some dead wood. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get
rid of this
it's
dead
broken
wood.
off,
Oh, it's
so it
already
just
broken.
comes right out.
Okay.
And then let's trim out some of the little things toward the top so we can get into this.
Okay, well, I see some more dead growth in here. That was an elm tree.
A dead elm tree?
Yeah.
That's okay.
How about this one that's growing down towards the pot?
That would be a good one to take out.
All right.
Okay. And here's one here that's kind of weak, crossing over everything.
This one right there?
So if it's
It's
crossing
going out
and rubbing,
to the edge of the plant?
yes.
Okay.
And it's crossing over other branches, and so it needed to be removed. beginning to open up now. We
Yes,
can begin
it
to
is.
see, and a little bit more of that, and we'll be able to make all of our decisions. Might remove some of the other small twigs in there.
Let me get some of this dead stuff out of here.
Yes.
Okay.
But remember, it's just what you're doing right now is making it so you can see what you're
Exactly.
pruning.
Okay.
So you prune it a little bit to see what you're doing, and you go in and do the rest of the pruning.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt to prune it and then prune some more.
Well, would you take off this little branch or this big or large one?
The little one.
The little one. Okay.
Little twigs are not going to be able to bear as many flowers.
Okay.
So you want the good stout canes left behind. Here's another one that you can take off right there.
Right to where? There.
Right there.
Okay.
So we're cutting it off where the little one came off the big one. And we're going to retain those big ones. And as we do this, we begin to see we've got little stems coming out of the crown. We might want to remove that little one right here.
Okay.
We want big, thick, healthy
I
canes
see.
coming up from the crown.
Okay.
Okay, and still have a lot here. Let's see if what we can do with this one.
You know, this one really bothers me.
It crosses over into there, so what we
Right.
might want to do is try and get it to come back from pretty low.
Okay.
So,
Is there a
fine.
bud down in there?
There's a good bud right there.
All right. So I'll cut about a 1/4 inch above that one.
That's right, and it's an
Okay.
angle cut, so that the back of the cut's behind it, the bud. And
Okay.
that's good. Okay, and so we've got the general principles. There's still more to do, but we're getting it done.
Good.
Appreciate your help, Jenny.
Well,
This is
thank you.
interesting. It's
Thank you
something a
very
lot of people
much.
have. How do you prune a rose?
Right.
Now
I'll
we've got
let
an
you know
idea.
how it looks.
Please let me know.
All right. Thank you.